open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
You can't beat a good old-fashioned rivalry. When there's guts, when there's feeling, when there's heart involved, that's when you get a good fight, one-on-one.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only... High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Good left hook. And he caught him with a left hook. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in time.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than have to.
Straight right just misses. And he just missed with that left jab. Punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. The Brown Bomber in some trouble. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges can...
On to the second round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counter-puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two were made for each other. Straight right just misses. When you're at such a reach disadvantage, you've got to find a way to work on the inside.
Never gonna happen. If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
And he scores with the counter. Just missing with the right uppercut. Punch caught him clean. He fails to score with that left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too weak.
The bell rings and we start the third. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
parries that left jab away. There's a counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab doesn't score. Throws the uppercut but misses. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. There's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That hook doesn't score. Punch, counter punch. Just misses with that uppercut. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Which fighter will say no mas? He misses with that jab. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, some...
On to the 5th we go. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
How about that time counter shot? Only catching air with that hook. That hook was off target. When are we going to see a jab from these two. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on.
There's the bell for round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened.
I've got to see that again.
It's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornermen, now it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Nice counter. His gloves are up. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That uppercut just missed. Left hook missed. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about fury in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better. There's the bell to start round 7. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He got caught with a right. Got caught clean. Nice job getting that punch through. Counter punches have to hurt. Jab slightly off target. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter and a corner.
There's the bell for round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Just missed with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
It's lights out. That will do it. What a knockout win. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.